Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you Taroscopes for the month of August 2022. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you are used to my channel and familiar with Taroscopes, I do hope that you enjoy your reading. You can skip this intro and you can go straight into the reading. But if this is the first time that you are doing Taroscopes with me, welcome. Just to give you a little bit of information as to how the Taroscopes work, I record 12 separate individual readings for each sign of the zodiac, starting at Aries and going all the way through to Pisces and covering everybody in between. I then, in that particular reading, I'm connecting with the collective energy of that particular zodiac sign. I set the intention that it be applicable for sun, moon, or rising. So if you are an astrology nerd and you like all that information, you can obviously watch for your other signs as well. The intention behind these particular readings is just to give you insight into the month ahead, insight into, in this particular case, the month of August, to help you understand the energies that are going to be coming through, the circumstances that you may be dealing with, the situations that you may need to navigate, because obviously forewarned is forearmed. So if you know what's coming up, if you know the kind of energies, you know whether it's a good time to make big decisions or whether it's not, help you understand yourself a little bit more so that you can not waste unnecessary time and just get on and deal with the things that are important for the month ahead. The videos stay up all month long. Well, actually, they stay up all the time. So you can come back at any point during the month or even after the month, because it's quite nice to, after the month in question, to go back and look at the video to sort of connect the dots, if I can put it that way. I have quite a few people who do that, and then they message me and they say, wow, in retrospect, it's actually quite clear as to the things that transpired and happened. So I record one intro. So every single sign of the zodiac gets this one intro, just to save myself repeating and talking about, the same things 12 times. And then I'm going to flip the camera around so that you don't get to see the face, you get to see the hands only, and then we're going to do the reading. This month I'm changing things up. I do that from time to time. So if you like things to stay constant, this is probably not the place you want to be. I like to change things up because I just feel like, a change is as good as a holiday, but I also feel like changing it up every now and again just keeps it fresh. Okay. And that's what I'm all about, is keeping things fresh, keeping things in exciting and motivating and enthusiastic. So I am going to be working with quite a few decks in this particular month's session. So I'm not going to bore you now and go through all the decks. What I will do is put it into the description below. So if you are interested or curious about any of the decks that I've used, please do check out the description of this particular video. I'll have all of that information listed there for you. And to help you navigate and jump around between the different zodiac signs. So in other words, if you're watching your sign now and you want to go and watch a partner or a child or somebody else's, or you want to go and look at your moon sign or your rising sign, I will have the links to all of the other zodiac signs in the description box of this video as well. So if you read underneath, you will have all the information that you're looking for. I want to get straight into the reading. And please, if you haven't already done so, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. Click the bell as well if you enjoy the content that I put out for you. Click the bell so that you get the notification as soon as there's new content. I release content on a Sunday. I release a week ahead detailed reading that covers a lot of information. And then typically on a Thursday, I release some kind of inspirational reading for you, whether it be a pick a card reading, whether it be taroscopes, or whether it be just other inspiration from spirit that comes through. So if you do enjoy my content and enjoy this type of content, please do hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoy your particular zodiac reading, show some love and give the video a like and comment below as well. Remember, the more you engage and interact with the video, the more you are supporting me and the channel and the work that I do. So if you want to keep me coming back, show me some love. I'm going to flip the camera around and let's get into your reading. All right, Sagittarius, hello and welcome. Welcome to your August Taroscopes. Trying to make everything fit. As you can see, I have shuffled and laid out all the cards that we're going to be working with this month. And just my initial impression, my initial reaction to all of this is wow. It looks like the month of August is going to be amazing for all Sagittarius energy. So it seems like there's a lot of progress, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of activity for you this month, but it's not like you have to do anything. Okay, so it's going to be busy, it's going to be crazy, like possibly even bordering on a little bit manic at some points, but I don't feel like you need to do anything. I don't feel like you need to initiate anything. I don't feel like you need to make anything happen. I feel like you've done all the work, you've laid the groundwork, you've made the decisions, you've made the choices, you've done everything you need to do. And where you're at now is a case of just trusting the process. I love that. Trusting the process and just allowing things to unfold and to happen as they want to. This is the card that represents you for the month of August, okay? And it's the only card that has a purpose. It's the only card that has any kind of significance in our spread or reading today. Everything else I'm sort of just allowing Spirit to guide me as to what they will stand for. So let's go to this card in the top corner here, because I am solar plexus. First of all, it's the second time it's made an appearance in August Taroscopes, and I haven't even finished them yet, okay? So it's the second time it's made an appearance, but what it's basically saying, Sagittarius, for all of you out there, is to step into your power, to step into your truth, to step into your integrity, and to realize that you are actually fairly quite substantially significant. I mean, let's just boost your ego there for a minute. But it's the truth, okay? It is the absolute truth. You've had, however this year has been for you so far, however 2022 has materialized or unfolded or whatever, it's like you've stood your ground. You've kept yourself standing firm. You've kept your shoulders back, chin up, smile on your face. You've done a superb job at getting yourself to this point, getting yourself to where you are right now. So you can actually afford to take a step back, to admire all that you've created and all that you've manifested for yourself, and to appreciate it. Solar plexus is where we carry our power. It's our power center, okay? It is the place where we carry our thoughts, our emotions, our needs, wants, and desires, but it's where we hold our truth. That is an affirmation for you for the month of August. It'll really just make sure that you stay on course as to achieving all the things that you want to and all the things that you need to. So repeat it to yourself as often as you need to. I am solar plexus. And your solar plexus is just here above your belly button. And it's an energy center. It's like one of the main energy centers in your body. And your solar plexus is the place where our integrity lies, where our truth lies, as I've already said. It looks like there's a lot of change happening around you, okay? So as I said, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of activity happening to you, around you, for you this month, but I don't feel like you need to initiate because you've already done it. I am so loving this card right here for you. I mean, if you know me, if you've been following my channel for any length of time, you will know how important that word is to me. You will know that I live my life by joy. If it doesn't bring me joy, I don't do it. If it doesn't excite me, I don't do it. But joy is, to me, it's like the most important, besides for love, it's the most important emotion that us human beings should be including into our reality. So express your joy. I want to sort of expand on it a little bit more and say, if something is happening in your life that does not initiate or instigate or bring joy into your life, express that as well. So express your joy and express your emotions around a lack of joy. Okay, so it's very important that you just vocalize and express. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. You all know that song. Now I've got that, what do they call it, an earworm in your head. But honestly and truly, it looks like the month of August is going to be awesome. So Sagittarius, we have the trust card here. Now this trust card has got multiple meanings, all right, because it's telling you to trust yourself. It's telling you to trust the process. It's telling you to trust those around you, and it's telling you to trust the bigger picture. Okay? Understand that you are very much in control. Understand that this is you living your best life. This is you doing your best, working your hardest, if I can use those phrases, but also trusting that it's enough. Sometimes we can get into this kind of habit, if I can call it that, of trying to do too much, of trying to offer too much, of trying to navigate too much, trying to control too much. And this is Spirit saying, trust that whatever you're doing, whatever amount of energy you are putting into something, understand and trust and recognize that it is enough. And sometimes enough is exactly that. Enough is enough. What is quite interesting is our little Four of Pentacles sitting off to the side there. Because that Four of Pentacles is how we came into the month. And that Four of Pentacles is sort of saying to you that in the past, previously, you've been holding on to your joy, you've been holding on to your power, and you've been holding on to your trust even. And you haven't been really willing, able, or free to share that or give it to anybody. So you've spent the last while sort of holding on to anything and everything that's important and significant to you. But now as we go through the month of August, it's almost like you're finding your center, finding your truth, and realizing that it's okay to let go. It's okay to release. It's okay to share. On this side over here, we've got the Queen of Cups. So she's very intuitive. She believes in herself. She listens to that little voice that she has in her head. She listens to her gut instincts, but she also recognizes that her function and her purpose is to take care of others. And she never says no to anybody. She's always there to support, guide, and assist anybody and everybody. And Sagittarius, she's there as a reminder that that's who you are. She's there as a reminder that you are this person, and that's what brings you joy. Helping, guiding, and assisting others is what brings you heart-centered joy. We have over here a very interesting oracle card, and it says, my dear friend. And here we have this beautiful lady riding on an animal. And with the statement, or with the key phrase of my dear friend, it's about recognizing those people who are your absolute, close to your heart, dear friends. And it's about recognizing who they are and what they mean to you, how they bring you joy. It's not about the casual acquaintances, and it's about a clear definition or distinction between the two. The dear friends, and we can count them on our fingers on one hand, and then the friends. All right. And I do think, Sagittarius, the month of August is going to be about you finding that separation, finding the difference, finding the two camps between the people who you can truly trust, and those who are your casual acquaintances and your friends. But once you've identified your true friends, once you've identified the people who have your back, the people who will carry you when you need to be carried, the people who will support you when you need to be supported, express that. Okay? Express it. Share it. Let them know. Let them know what you're feeling. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to express yourself. It's okay to put yourself out there. Actually, we need to let go of those emotions, and we need to share them with our dearest friends. The card that we have on the end here, and this one to me is just such a to me, it brings it all together. It's the card of aura. So let's take a second to sort of explain and understand what the aura is. Aura is energy. Solar plexus is energy. Movement is energy. Joy is energy. Trust is energy. Everything that we're talking about here is all basic energy. So your aura is your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, and various other bodies that we have that is just, it extends beyond our physical, beyond our skin, okay? And it is an energetic version of yourself. Sometimes it's an exact duplicate, and sometimes there are some deviations, all right? Like if you, for example, have illness, if you have a disability, a physical disability, all of that will be reflected, shown, picked up in your aura. If you've ever been for a Reiki session, if you've ever been for any kind of energy healing, when they do their hands across your body, they are reading, sensing, picking up on your aura. Let's just read the little key phrase across the bottom here. I know it's awfully tiny and you won't see it on screen, but it says to you, a healthy aura keeps your energy in balance and harmony. Your aura, as far as I'm concerned, it starts at your body center, which is your solar plexus. And as I said, your solar plexus is your energy, is your power center. It's your identity center. It's the place where we keep all our fears and our insecurities, but our controls and all of those kind of things as well. So it's about being aware of the energy that you are portraying and giving out to the world, and making sure that you're not revealing things that shouldn't be revealed, or not revealing too much of yourself, etc., but about keeping that balance in what you share and what you hold back, because it is something that you have struggled with previously, Sagittarius. All right. When I look at the tarot cards around you at the moment, because here you are here, which is about movement and change, but just realizing that it's happening automatically. But when I look at everything that's going on around you, I can see that we've come out of a very difficult period. And Sage, it's interesting, because it's almost like you made some choices and decisions. You were like, you know what, this is where I want to be, this is what I want to do, and I'm doing everything I can to get there, to achieve that, to experience that, okay? So there were some decisions that were made, and they weren't easy. They weren't easy. You struggled to make those decisions. Once you had made those decisions, you were very focused and very determined on achieving that, on accomplishing that. I don't feel like you're quite there yet. So whatever decisions you've made recently about changes or improvements to your life, I feel like we're still on journey. We haven't quite accomplished or achieved or succeeded at achieving any of that yet. And I do feel as if they probably, if it hasn't already happened, and I do think it probably has, but I do think that you've had the rug pulled out from under your feet around the changes that you were trying to implement, which is why when I talk about all this change that's happening around you, you may be thinking, no, I can't have any more, no more, no more, no more. You may be thinking, time out, you don't want any more change. But the truth of the matter is, the changes that you tried to adapt in your life previously weren't the right ones for you, which is why you've hit resistance, which is why it hasn't quite worked out. So whatever has recently failed in your life, put it down to experience, put it down to, I don't know, put it into file 13. All right, let's pack it away into file 13. Let's leave it there, and let's now start progressing. I believe that the situation that you're in at the moment is one that is to bring you the right change, the right adjustments, and it's bringing the balance that you need in your life. So here we have the Temperance card, and Temperance is basically saying to you, there's always, every moment in life, you have two choices, this one or that one, this way or that way, right or left, okay? You always have choice, and sometimes it's two choices, sometimes it's 12 choices. There's always these choices, and each path that you can move is going to hold different experiences, different lessons, different outcomes. And the challenge that you experienced recently that sort of didn't go quite according to plan was because it was the wrong choice. It was the wrong path. It was the wrong decision for you, even though it may have been one that you had really thought about, really agonized over in trying to decide which way to go. But it was almost like Spirit knew what was better for you, so that's why it came crashing down. But where you are at now is understanding that every moment of every day is a choice of which way you want to go, which path you want to take, what road you want to walk down. And we need to focus on not always turning left, because if you turn left every time, you're eventually going to end up back at where you started. Likewise, if you turn right every time. But if you make a series of left and right turns, you will ultimately end up at a different destination. Coming up for you, during the month, what we need to be mindful of is, as much as we're saying express your joy, that you are so powerful, that you need to understand who your true friends are, that you need to trust in life, trust in the changes, trust in everything. We're also saying to you that life is about constant celebrations and expressions, but also constant balance. You cannot assume that, okay, so at this point in your life, you have found some balance and everything's going great. Now I don't have to do anything. It'll stay like that forever. It doesn't. A little gust of wind and the balance is completely topsy-turvy and upside down. And when something like that happens, it affects your aura instantly. when we have thoughts, whether they're good or bad thoughts, doesn't matter what the thought is, you have that thought in your aura, then it drops into your physical, and by the time it comes out your mouth, it is real. Okay, you have put it out into the universe, you have no more control over it, and it will happen. So we have to make sure that the thoughts that we have, if you have a negative thought, that you immediately change it, follow it with a positive, so that you stay on the right course, so that you stay on the right path. So it's about being very much aware of the control that you have over your life, but also understand that you don't necessarily have to do anything now in August. August, I want you to be on automatic pilot while still in control of the aeroplane. Does that make sense to you? So you've pushed that automatic pilot button. Doesn't mean that you can now go to sleep. You're still watching all the gauges. You're still watching everything that's going on. You're still ready to grab control at a moment's notice, should you need to. But you have pushed that automatic pilot button, and you're going to just allow the direction to go, allow the plane to go in the direction that it wants to. And you're going to express the joy through this whole process. You're going to learn to trust your equipment, yourself, your situation, your circumstance, and your dear friends. You know, Sagittarius, it's actually quite interesting the way that it all sort of comes together, because, you know, Spirit is saying to you for the month of August, it's going to be an easy yet complicated month for you. Complicated because you're going to have to resist the urge to control. You're going to have to resist the urge to navigate. You're going to have to learn how to trust, happily trust the situation and the circumstances, the people in your life. And it's not easy. So if you find yourself trying to navigate, trying to control, trying to handle, trying to manipulate, trying to, whatever the word is, circumstances and situations in your life during the month of August, just remember this reading and just say, hold a second, I need to slow down. I'm hesitant to say back off, but I need to pull back ever so slightly and allow the situation to reveal itself, allow things to unfold in a natural way without me feeling like I need to control it. And if you can do that during the month of August, I think you'll actually be pleasantly surprised at how it ends, and, you know, the success and the happiness and the joy that you end up with at the end of the month. So don't push too hard, Sag. Trust, go with the flow, and just see where it takes you. You've done enough. Now let everything. It's almost like if you've ever made a loaf of bread in your life. It's like you've assembled the dough, you've made the dough, you've kneaded it, you've done everything you need to. Now you need to just let it rise. You can't speed it up, you can't navigate it. Let's just see how it goes. Okay, so less is more for you this month. And I do think ultimately happiness, expressing your joy and expressing the things that don't bring you joy. Let people know that it doesn't work for you, that it doesn't excite you, that you're not happy with it. Express yourself, and I think it'll all be an amazing month. So Sag, thank you for being with me, sending you lots of love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.